Oke ya, kita langsung udah. Nanti gampang aku edit. Tadi tentang perjalanan haji kan. Oke. Yeah. So your story about Rodo. So can you tell me more about that?
About Rodo? Hang on. Where am I starting from? I don't know.
Oh, you said the last one is about men and women separate.
So you go through in groups because there's so many people, and it takes about 2 hours to go through. And there's about 100 people per group, and very tightly packed because everyone's so anxious to get there, and they need to keep all the groups separate so that people don't get injured, get crushed. In fact, I had one incident where you're standing like this, you can't move. You're just crushed against people. Someone moved across in front of me, and my foot kicked his ankle, and it hurt. I felt my toe go crack, and he's holding but there's nothing we could do. I thought, I wonder if my toe's bleeding, and felt like I broke my toe. But for 2 hours, I could not see my foot. That's how
so
close.
Many people, and then just standing like this.
Just I couldn't see my foot until we got to the end, and then everyone moved away to see if I'd hurt my foot. That's how closely packed you are for 2 hours.
2 hours.
You cannot move. And some people were passed out. They didn't fall over. They couldn't fall over, so they got passed to the front, squeezed through and taken out. So it's hard work. It's like rugby game.
Rugby game.
That's also same for the woman. Actually, so the woman also the same. So we just push each other to get through in.
But when you finally get to the end, you get to the two, everything's okay. Everyone's normal. People lose their minds.
Oh, yeah. So actually, when did you do that? I mean, after praying Fajar or after praying what?
Isa.
After Isa.
Oh, after Isa.
Yeah.
After Isa, still lots of people there.
Oh yeah. It's 24/7. Never stops. Yeah. And it's very
Okay.
There's so many people, and 2 million people want to do it.
Okay.
And last it was on 2.4 million.
2.4 million.
2.4 million.
In the same time.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine that many people in one place.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so next about the story about Arafah. So can you tell us?
That when we went is early morning. We went early morning.
Yeah, that's right. You go there
After Fajar or before Fajar?
I think before Fajar.
Before
Fajar, because we did Fajar in the Arafah. Before Fajar, and then we doing Salat Fajri, and then we having a rest a bit, and then we make doa, think that to kill the time until we get Salat the whole time, until we waiting the time for Arafah, but it actually a bit stormy, cloudy, and then 3 o'clock afternoon, the Imam should having doa together, but because heavy raining, and then the Imam said, okay, you can just, if people wanna go outside for, celebrate rainy and then make doa in the rain. The Imam said you will come back, but after that then we come back and then we make doa together.
Because all the people lost all the power too. All the power.
And then people just went outside and then just wet and then make doa and then just
because you may not use umbrella, right? So you have to.
Some people are with umbrella, some not.
Yeah.
Like me, I didn't put the umbrella.
No, but you actually need an umbrella for the sun, not for the rain. It's very hot. You've got to remember all this is happening, and it's 47, 48 degrees.
Yeah.
Very hot.
Very hot.
Mm.
When because the August is I think the hottest
Yeah, very hot.
the hottest in the
Yeah.
summer in
Arabic.
in Arabic.
Yeah.
It's very hot because when I went out,
Mhm.
when I went outside for just walk from hotel to
Mhm.
Nabawi, I feel like why the way I walk is like people limping because the heat
Yeah.
through the eyes.
Yeah, I got eye drops because my eyes were drying out. Very hot.
How many degrees? 40 something?
47,
48
48
degrees.
Oh.
Very hot. Very hot.
We went to Perisher Valley before that. We went from the snow in Australia. A week later, we're in 48 degrees.
Oh, it's very
Very hot.
different.
Yeah. From minus
Minus,
The
minus
hottest
degrees.
one.
Yeah.
from minus degree to 48
And it's very
degree.
dry.
Very dry.
Well, it would normally be dry, except we had that rain. But 3 days later, you wouldn't know it rained.
Oh.
It was all
Just dry
gone.
very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Arafat, and then you're there the whole day. You don't do a lot. You're resting there. You're reciting and talking to others, and then later on you make the journey to Muzdalifah.
after from Arafah,
Yeah.
we should be get the bus maybe about I don't know about
took
9
that.
o'clock. About it should be 9 o'clock, but we ended up I don't know what time because we got there it's about 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
We prepared at 5 o'clock in the evening. We didn't leave till nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. So many people.
So many people that line up for the bus. And then,
So what is something that you can learn from Arafah?
Patience.
Passion.
But a lot of that, see, that is what a lot of Hajj is about. It's learning about yourself and learning
About Allah is great.
but learning how to to live some of the values of being a Muslim, because especially when there's so many people there, you can lose your patience. You
That's
can
right.
you can get angry.
So.
And you've got to learn to, as I said, control yourself, your own emotions, because there are so many emotions. Like Inda said, she felt like crying sometimes looking at the poor people, and those were, were sick, and having to deal with all the crowds and being tired and exhausted. So you learn a lot about yourself.
Okay. Kalau Mbak Indah gimana?
Di Musdalifah itu memang yang paling buat saya itu yang paling the best moment for me in the Arafah, because because that even our tour guide said when he was doing the Hajj is never get rainy in the Arafah, and he said it's the first time that when he led his Jama'ah, it's the first time for him is Arafah he's get rain.
Yeah, that was his 21st, I think. 21st.
So that's also the best moment for us, because like all is Allah like answer our doa, for all the Jama'ah, for the Hajj, Allah like make it like answer because it's just amazing. Subhan Allah make it rainy, Allah make it give the people very hot, and then make it like cooling down with the rain
After
because after make a bit cool and then it's the best moment for us. And then because we came from different country, even us is from different province, not the same place. Like in Australia also we different
state.
different state, but we going get together, getting well, getting on well, and then helping each other. So, and Alhamdulillah, Allah also make us is when we went from Arafah to Muzdalifah, Allah make us a very comfortable sleep in the million-star hotel. Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was quite interesting.
Yeah. It was also the first time for me, the first time for Adam, and then especially for Adam because he never, maybe never thought that, when I'm becoming Muslim, I will happen the experience like this before. Maybe you never thought like that when
Is it
doing Hajj.
out of your imagination, Adam?
Well, it is because it's such a different environment. I mean, Saudi Arabia is a very hard country. I mean, it's apart from that rain, it's burned black from just dryness and very high temperatures. That time of year, anyway, and so many people in the one place. If you don't like crowds, but everyone, I never saw anyone get really upset about anything.
Because
Yeah.
we're not maybe I mean we're not allowed to be angry or upset in the place of Allah. Because we need to make it peaceful.
Yeah, like all the guards there. There's no weapons, nothing like that. Everything's controlled. There's only talk. They tell you what to do, you do it, and so it all works very well.
Okay, so after Arafah, so how about like throwing rocks and Jumrah?
Jumrah when you're throwing rocks.
Yeah, that's quite amazing. The structure they have in place there. It's a multi-story. It looks like a freeway. It's so huge. Big concrete freeways. They would be 6 lanes at least, 6 lanes wide if it was a freeway, or even more. But they're just for pedestrians because people come from all different
so lots of
directions.
gates.
Lots of ramps to come from different directions, so that whatever direction you're coming from, you actually go to a different level, so that you don't meet people coming from different directions. And then when you've done your stoning, you leave and you go a different way, so it just circulates on different levels from different directions. So it divides all these millions of people up, so that you don't have the crowds that they used to have, where people got badly injured and even killed.
They were organized. They were organized because maybe they learned from the past that lots of people got injured, something like this. So they just make it that. Maybe
so now the infrastructure is better than before. Right?
Oh yeah, very good. And very well controlled. They you have a time when you're supposed to be there for your group. So you just everyone just doesn't get up in the morning and go. They say your time might be 10 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when you need to be there, because there's big roadways that you have to travel along, and there's just constant people walking along them. And the walk for us was about 1.5 hours to get there, or 1.25 hours, something each way. So it's a lot of walking in between to get there and do the stoning, which only takes about half an hour, and then you leave.
Take long. Just throwing the rock. It's just the longest is the way we walk from Mina to Jumrah.
Okay, so next, how about the story of like Tawaf? Is there any
Tawaf,
special
like
moment?
Tawaf? The Tawaf that we're doing circle the Kaaba.
Yeah.
So you did it together?
Yeah, we
did
did it with the group.
Yeah.
With the group.
Because there's so many people around the Kaaba, because you start on the outside and you gradually work yourself in towards the middle, and you need to stay together as a group. And they told us, the way we did it was all the guys link arms in the front and everyone else behind.
And the woman is inside.
Oh, okay.
Because you recite.
So like the man like become border.
Yeah.
And the woman inside the border.
That's right.
And and you're reciting as you're going around as well. So, and your stage, your groups, your gradually you can work yourself in, because individually it's very, very difficult, because there's so many groups from all over the
world.
Yeah.
And then especially the people is bigger than us.
Oh, some
Some
of the, I mean, Indonesians are fairly small people. Some of the big African groups, very big, and trying to compete with them, because that's what you're doing. You have to push because there's just so many people. And at the same time, you have to be careful, because, as we said, there were some people that were crawling. You wouldn't even see them till you're there. They're crawling on their arms on them to go around by themselves. So you have to be careful.
Okay. Are they crawling between your leg or where?
They don't have the foot.
Oh, okay. This
So it's like the way you walk like that.
Oh, you
just
see like board, something like that.
No, not
Yeah,
with the
some
board. No, not with the board, huh?
Some
Just,
were, some just crawling.
Because
it's nice marble floors, so it's quite smooth.
Okay.
You know, around Kabara, it's a beautiful area. So going around Kabara, we normally did it at night time. Like the first time was 2 in the morning when we did.
because normally after tawaf between Sa'i.
Umrah.
Sa'i landing.
So 2 o'clock in the morning we did ours first. They're still very crowded, and plus during the day it's so hot. 47 degrees. At night time it's down to about 32 degrees.
32. Nighttime.
Nighttime.
Oh, it's little bit hot
For
for nighttime.
Still hot.
Yeah, it never got below 30 degrees at all. And you just the 7 times we did that 2 or 3 times.
Kita juga ngelakuin sendiri tawaf gitu, tanpa di grup. Because I thought maybe because sometimes I wanna go that closer to Kaaba, and I wanna touch the Hajar Aswad, and then we push hard, especially Adam, because he want to protect me, and then he just pushed the
everyone else.
Just push everyone with his little body. Combat them.
Yeah, some are so big. Like one big African, I was going pushing this African. He's going. He didn't even notice hardly. He's just so big.
But I was very. I was close with the Kaaba. It's just maybe just about not under 1 meter.
Yeah, it was this far.
Because it's just here until the. But because the people is just in the front, it doesn't want to move, so I just had to touch it.
So it's nearly.
Yeah, just nearly. If people maybe just push me from the back, maybe I can. But Adam just said enough, sweetie, because
just worn out,
people
exhausted.
Adam,
It was like playing rugby.
Playing rugby.
Just push. But I couldn't push anymore. I was too exhausted.
Adam just enough.
That was it. But very, very exciting to be there.
But inshallah we wanna come back for Umrah. Inshallah. Inshallah. Adam wanna come back for Umrah. He said, but maybe not Haji is too hard. Adam said, maybe inshallah we come back for Umrah.
And also, my favourite place is Masjid Nabawi. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's your favorite one.
Yes, favorite because he just spent his time just in Nabawi. Even in the morning after Fajr, he just got water, breakfast, and then just come back for doing Salat Duha, and then just stay until lunchtime.
Yeah, because there's a lot of difference between Nabawi and Masjid al-Haram.
Masjid al-Haram.
It's a place of conflict, you see. It always was. Historically, it's a place of conflict. And you can feel that when you're there. It's not a relaxing place. But
in
Nabawi is very peaceful. It's a very peaceful place. You know,
even the people is very friendly.
A lot different. I would love to go there just for a week and stay in Nabawi just for a week, just to be there. Beautiful place.
Because Adam also when we leave Nabawi, he cried. I said,
Yeah.
I cried. I said,
Mm.
why? I said, I'm sad because we live in Nabawi.
Yeah, it feels like home in a way.
Homey.
I think to me that would be the home for Muslims, because it's where Muhammad is.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So, when the last time before you go back, usually like tawaf wada or what?
Yeah.
Tawaf.
For goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like to goodbye.
The last tawaf. The last tawaf. Umroh yang terakhir kan sekalian perpisahan itu.
That was about 2 o'clock in the morning too when we finished.
Kita selesai juga jam 2 pagi. Itu jadi kita jadi kita tawafnya digabung gitu loh, sekalian tawaf perpisahan gitu.
Oh, terus gimana tuh rasanya? How did you feel before you go back?
The last one.
Felt like veterans. Because we've been there for 28 days. We've done so much in 28 days. Sometimes it felt like a long time, but at the end of it, it didn't feel very long at all.
It's
because
like
we've been busy
so
doing
busy.
praying. Because we've been busy praying and things, so we didn't feel that we stayed that long. It's like
because you enjoy it, right?
We just arrived last week.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it was that long, but you understood things so much better then. Things like when men shave their head, because when we get there, you see some people have got shaved heads and then others don't, and then some in between, and then as you're going through and you're there, you say, oh yeah, he's been here that long, he's been here that long. You see, you can tell who's doing what, because they've got, some have their
because we're doing Haji Tamatu, we doing Umroh first, then we doing after that Haji. We doing Umroh after, because if we finish Umroh and then shave the hair.
Yeah, and then they've got their and they're wearing it. So because that's can't say it's very comfortable. It's hard to keep on. It's for the man. It's difficult. Because you have to have it on for him.
You have to compulsory that one.
For quite a while.
That's, mandatory that one.
Yeah.
So you need to pull it on.
Yeah, you got to keep it on.
Okay. So teman-teman, itulah tadi cerita dari Mbak Indah dan Brother Adam tentang momen-momen mereka berhaji tahun lalu. So sekarang Mbak Indah sama Brother Adam mungkin bisa say something untuk Muslim yang kebetulan tahun ini nggak bisa pergi haji.
Say something that for people want to do Hajj this year but they can't because the COVID. So what you say for the to encourage them?
Well, just understand it's Allah's will and His plan that this has happened. And it should increase your want to go to Hajj and gives you more time to prepare. So don't be dismayed. Just take this as a bit of a blessing that is giving you this time to think about it a bit more
and then more study.
Because you need to do a lot of study for Hajj.
Jadi buat teman-teman semua yang belum berkesempatan berhaji, jangan pernah putus asa dari rahmatnya Allah, karena pergi haji itu bukan hanya karena kita punya uang, bukan hanya karena kita punya waktu, tapi juga memang ada kuasanya Allah di situ. Oke, kita sudahi dulu bincang-bincang kita hari ini. Semoga ada manfaatnya buat teman-teman semua, dan buat yang merayakan Idul Adha, kita mau ngucapin selamat Hari Raya Idul Adha. Oke, assalamualaikum.